My name is Glenn Viana, and I'm Principal Software Developer at Entrust. I'm here to go over the Red Hat OpenShift Cloud integration. We use for this integration CloudControl version 6.5.0, OpenShift Server version 4.4.11, and OpenShift Kubernetes version 1.17. Onboarding is the process of importing a Kubernetes cluster into CloudControl. To be able to do that, you need to have the kubeconfig file for your Kubernetes cluster, which is going to be used during the onboarding process. Your kubeconfig file is usually located in your home directory under your .kube folder, and it's usually named config. I have my kubeconfig file here for my Kubernetes cluster, OpenShift, and what I'm going to do is import it, onboard it into CloudControl. I'm logging into CloudControl here. What you're going to do is you're going to click on the Home tab, and then you're going to click on the Inventory, and then Kubernetes cluster. As you can see, I don't have any Kubernetes cluster here. There are two ways of doing it. You can click here on the Add Kubernetes Cluster, or you can click on the Actions menu, Add Kubernetes Cluster. Either way, so I'm just going to click here. I'm going to do Import. So the import, you can import a file, which is your kubeconfig file, or you can enter the contents of the file by clicking Enter File. I'm going to select Import. I'm going to browse, and I have here my OpenShift kubeconfig file that I'm going to use, and I'm going to press Continue. That's going to tell me what I have here. I need to select one of these clusters, so I'm just going to pick one of them. I say Continue here, and I'm going to give it a friendly name if I want to. I'll just leave it that way. I'm going to give the username that has access to the cluster, and I'm going to give the password, and I'll press Continue. And this is going to go through the process of discovering all the objects in the cluster and importing them into CloudControl. So let's give it a second here. We have discovered all the objects. We have like 6 nodes, some namespaces, and you can see all the objects here. This warning here is because of the license I'm using for the product right now. I'm going over the number of nodes, I think, that the license allows. So I'm just going to say Continue here, and that takes me to the Enable Access Control dialog. If you enable access control, that's going to give the control of the cluster is going to be controlled by the CloudControl instance. Okay, so anything that you want to do in the cluster, you're going to have to create policies for that's going to control how people use your cluster. I'm not going to enable the access control right now, and I'll do that later, so I can show some features before I enable access control. So I'm going to say not now. And as you can see, my cluster has been imported into CloudControl with all the nodes, namespace, deployments, and you can click on these objects to be able to see them and get information on them with more detail. Well, this is the end of our presentation. I want to thank you for watching. We have an integration guide for this presentation. It's available on our documentation site. I hope what we showed here can give you some clues of what CloudControl can do with Red Hat OpenShift and how you can use it to implement policies. Thank you again, and have a great day.